Hello and welcome back to everyone the rest of it and to Saturday night's main event out of 10. Obviously not as dramatic as the last Saturday night's main event, which featured the GOAT John Cena's last ever match, but still a dramatic episode of Saturday night's main event. Lots of big matches on the card. Starting things off with a grudge match between Cody Rhodes and Jacob Fatu. The Samoan Werewolf attacked the American Nightmare during his entrance, knocking him off the ropes and firing off a flurry of strikes. When ref Charles Robinson was knocked down, his fellow officials, producers and security hit the ring to break up the brawl. Fatu laid out anyone in his path, drove from the ropes and right again, continuing the brawl. The fight returned to the ringside area when Rose delivered a tope suicida and sent Fatu over the commentary table. The brawl spilled in the stands and Fatu slammed Rose on the concrete floor before they fought up the steps into the area concourse. A security guard was thrown between Fatu and Nick Aldis just in time for the battle to return in the ring. The entire ordeal ended with McIntyre interjecting himself, sending Fatu for the table, powerbombing Rose, leading to chants of holy shit. Is that maybe setting something up? Who knows? But I thought up to that point it was great and definitely these possibilities down the line. So not too disappointed. 8 out of 10. As we then moved on to the women's tag team title match, Rio and Io versus Liv and Roxanne. Liv attempted to get one over on long-term rival Rhea Ripley again here, and the heels slowed down, grounding and isolating Sky early on, working over her on the side of the ring. When the genius of Sky created separation and made the hot tag to Ripley, the babyface commenced. Mami tore the competition up until Morgan and Perez highlighted some of their excellent double team offense and chemistry, halting their bigger, stronger competitor momentum. Down the stretch, Sky tried for the over the moonsault, but Perez got her feet up, stunning the former women's champ. She delivered pop rocks moments later, but Ripley just barely broke up a pin with a mistimed spot. Ripley delivered riptide to Perez. Sky added her finish and appeared to have the win in the bag until Raquel interfered, down in the ref. Women's world champ Stephanie Becker hit the ring, sans the walking boot she's been worn on her injured ankle as of late, and brawl with Rodriguez into the crowd. Back in the ring, Morgan delivered Oblivion on Sky, but Ripley was a legal participant and delivered Riptide for the unsuspecting heel for the win. This was great stuff, and yeah, gets a 7 out of 10 from me. We then moved on to AJ Styles versus Shinsuke Nakamura, obviously all in the backdrop of possibly retiring next week. Obviously Nakamura, one of his great opponents. They sprinkled Easter eggs and throwback spots into the opening moments while Wade Barrett questioned whether Styles was too tense to win the match. Later he tied the artist up in a calf crusher, only for Nakamura to escape and apply an armbar of his own. Styles countered into a Styles clash attempt, but his opponent escaped. He didn't dodge the big knee to the jaw though, as Nakamura is rocked. A trade of blows led from a Pele kick, and Styles and a rebound from Kinshasa for Nakamura. A long grueling match featured back and forth action with no sustained advantage. Late on, Styles took advantage of his opponent's left knee being injured, hanging on the top rope. From there, he delivered a phenomenal forearm to get the win and a Styles clash. Is the end of AJ Styles' career nigh? Who knows, but we proved here he can really go. And yeah, seeing these two legends back in the ring together, it really was great to see, wasn't it? 8 out of 10. Moving on then to the Fatal 4-Way, Sammy, Damian Priest, Randy Orton and Trick Williams. Obviously the winner facing McIntyre at the Rumble. Zayn entered to a hero's welcome, but it was Damian Priest who asserted dominance early, wiping out all three opponents. An old school poke to the eye from Orton halted his momentum early and set up a momentary one-on-one showdown between the Viper and the Underdog. And non-stop action defined this one, with Williams delivering a Uranagi to Priest onto the timekeeper's guardrail at one point, and Zayn dropping Orton with a side suplex on the announce table. The Viper recovered and returned the favour to Zayn, then Williams, then Priest as the future Hall of Famer rolled. Priest recovered and delivered South of Heaven to Orton, only to eat a kick from Trick. Zayn delivered Northern Light suplex to the former NXT champ in the corner, but couldn't follow it up. He did moments later, delivering a Helluva kick to Priest for the win and going to the Royal Rumble. Predictable outcome, but a fun match, and yeah, I think that could be a really intriguing match next week. I'm going to give it a 7 out of 10. Overall, this edition of Saturday night's main event gets an 8 out of 10 from me. I thought, yeah, throughout it was a really, really good show. Some good matches throughout. I mean, obviously setting some interesting stuff up for next week as well at the Rumble, which I think was kind of the point of this show. So yeah, on the whole, this was really, really good and gets an 8 out of 10 from me. So that's it for this video. Thanks very much for watching. Remember to like, share, subscribe, follow us on our socials, link in the description below for daily wrestling news, meme and content. Subscribe to our other channels on screen right now, that'd be greatly appreciated. Thanks very much for watching. Peace out.